know what Roy Keane would call that player. He'd call him a big baby. He'd call him a big baby.
Yeah, baby.
A big baby.
Yeah.
Oh, just get on with your big baby. Here we go. This is Eat My Goal with Mike and Dan, and it's approaching the end of the season. We're talking. It's Bank Holiday weekend. We're talking today about Milton Keynes away, Morcombe at home. If you weren't to know, Dan, if you weren't to know the results, what would you have assumed your points tally, your points haul would have been from those two games? Away from home, Milton Keynes Dons, who's struggling, good run of form, but struggling. And then at home to Morcombe, 23rd in a 24-team league.
Yeah.
What would you take from that?
Well, I don't know the scores, so I would assume that Pompey would have picked up. You'd expect them to pick up 4 points out of that. I mean, the home banker against Morcombe is the home banker, so that's 3 points. And I can't see us losing to Milton Keynes, especially not while it's 11v11.
So 4 points for promotion, playoff chasing. Sorry, I nearly said promotion chasing. I meant playoff chasing Portsmouth.
What was the
Wow. MK Dons 1-1, so you're 1 point towards your 4, and you got your home banker against the League One bottom dwellers.
Yeah, what was that?
Bottom feeders.
4-0.
3. Well, the nil was correct. Yeah, the nil, and add another nil, and there you have it. 0-0 against Morcombe. Morcombe.
What happened though? Did we batter them and just couldn't get it? Yeah, played really well.
Played excellently.
Yeah.
As you would expect, a top League One side who have been almost faultless this season. They unfortunately came unstuck against a very stubborn League One Morcombe. So let's talk about those two games. Firstly, Milton Keynes Dons. I don't think this is going to take very long, is it? It's not going to take very long. You're applauding. Well, I tell you what is to applaud is Ogilvy's opener for Pompey against Dons. I thought,
cracking goal, wasn't it?
Very unlike Raggett with a superb ball in, doing something that our actual wingers haven't done all season, playing a lovely ball in, and then a sublime finish, I would say, from
very good. But by all accounts, I mean, I only caught the last 15-20 minutes of the game, but by all accounts, we were quite good up until, that goal included. How long? What was the goal? 15 minutes or something?
Yeah, early doors. Yeah, it's 15 minutes.
Cracking ball over. Cracking ball.
What changed the game, do you think?
I don't know. What could have changed the name? Can't change the game.
Only surely a piece of individual stupidity would have changed the game, wouldn't it? When you're comfortable away from home against Milton Keynes Dons.
Don't tell me one of our silly midfielders got sent off again.
One of our diminutive Welsh midfielders. Yeah. I've still not actually seen the incident, but you apparently heard that it was a knee, wasn't it? A knee to the back.
I saw the replays on Twitter, and I thought it was quite harsh. And I saw quite a few comments saying should never have been sent off. And from the replay I saw, I thought it looked like the guy just did some sort of wrestling suplex on him or something. I never liked wrestling. Hulk Hogan's the extent of my knowledge, but did some sort of neck hold, throw him to the ground. So that's going to hurt. Yeah. And it looked to me like Morel got up and shouted something in his face, but now I read more and more people saying that from the angle they were sitting at, which was sort of behind it, Morel gave him a knee in the back. And when you take that in mind and watch the replay again, you think, I think it looks like he's doing something else. So
he doesn't seem to moan too much about it doesn't seem a massive shock to him, does it?
It's just stupid, isn't it? It's just, even if he has, just accept it. Just go. I mean, you're a Welsh international. You're an international, mate. Of all the people on the pitch who should know what goes on, who should know how niggly people are going to be and are going to try and wind you up, he's the one that should be able to deal with it the most. and be the most mature player out there and say, I'm an international player, I'm playing with League One standard players, but watch me keep my head, and I'll show you what to do in situations like that. But no, he just gives someone a knee in the back and ruins the game and ruins our whole playoff chances.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Our playoff chances came down to that one incident. Do you obviously it's a common theme, and you see him quite regularly getting involved in stuff that he really doesn't need to be involved in.
Yeah.
Obviously got needlessly sent off as well. I was trying to think who it was. Was it against Cheltenham, or was it? I'm trying to no, not Barnsley. Was it Accrington? Maybe it was Accrington.
Might have been.
I remember it was a team that it was quite we won 3-1, but it was quite an evenish game.
Yeah.
And he got needlessly sent off for a second yellow handball on the halfway line. It's just.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, who was that against? Jesus.
It was away. I remember it kind of slightly snowing. They came out and really fired in some big shots early doors, but we then took control. Pigott. No, it wasn't. I'm thinking of the wrong game altogether, aren't I? I'm thinking of the game whereby their keeper got sent off early doors.
Yeah.
My memory's not what it was. It's not what it was. Do you think Morel's just typical short man syndrome? He's like 5'5" or something.
It does seem to be every challenge, doesn't it? And every anything that might slightly go against him, he's at the referee. Any tackle, he's at the referee. And I do wonder whether he doesn't help himself by.
Do you know the name of the player that wrestled him down? And
was it Hulk Hogan?
Might have been John Cena, perhaps. I'm not sure. Did he then grab a microphone and then start ranting into a microphone?
Yeah,
see you, Jim Morel! You nothing.
I don't know who this sending off was.
No, what I was going to say is that I know what Roy Keane would call that player. He'd call him a big baby. He'd call him a big baby.
Yeah, baby.
A big baby.
Yeah.
Oh, just get on with your big baby.
Yeah.
Which I do love, and he clearly got a little rise out of it, Roy Keane, because he said it about 8 times afterwards, didn't he?
Yeah,
got a little laugh.
It was the Fleetwood Town game, 0-2.
0-2, yes. Oh yes, I remember it well. We wore blue, they wore pink.
That's it. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what it is with him. I don't know what.
It's not even as if you could say he's one of those players who, like a Sean Derry or someone like that, who is, or Martin Cool or someone who is just a bit of a midfield, or even saying someone like Souness or someone like that, who's just a bit of a midfield powerhouse, and because he's not, is he? He should be a little dynamo, and just I'm all for players getting involved, but get involved in a more fruitful sort of way.
He's more like an angry rabbit.
An angry Welsh rabbit.
Angry Welsh rabbit. Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
What else from that game?
Well, obviously they went on. They dominated, I think, for a period of time, and then once they then scored, I think they still had more possession, but we probably had the better chances, didn't we? And obviously Pigott just clipped the bar right at the end when I personally think he should have scored. He had a lot of the goals aimed at, didn't he? I know it was quite a big bit of space in front of him, just leaned back a little bit too far. Yeah. When he first hit it, I thought that's in. But it was a good chance. And I thought we'd nicked it right at the end. Mm-hmm. But alas, no.
But that's okay, because we've got the Morcombe at home game coming up.
Yeah, home banker. Yeah, lick your wounds, go and play Morcombe.
Yeah, so to start off with the Morcombe game, what were your thoughts on the and I won't try and cloud your judgment, but what were your thoughts on the very, very odd starting lineup?
I thought it was spot on. Yeah. It's just, let's just pick it apart, shall we? Or firstly, how many times are we going to play somebody that doesn't even want to play for us full stop, but play him out of position? Let's make it even worse by playing him out of position, shall we? On the left wing. This is Scarlett. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure Dane Scarlett will go on to be a fabulous player, and he is only young, and I get all that. But he clearly doesn't want to be at Pompey, and clearly thinks he's better than anybody else in that team. When he's not at this stage. He may well be one day. He may be technically, but
don't you find that when he starts games, that you just don't realise he's playing until about 20 minutes in, and he suddenly gets a touch, and you think, oh yeah, I forgot Scarlett was out there.
Yeah,
just doing nothing.
Yeah, he had that one good chance, didn't he, in the first half, where he kind of took it around the keeper, and then didn't he put it back or something? And then Bishop left it, and it's just
that was a bad choice, I think, by him at the end, because he just sort of panicked, and there was no need for him to panic, and he did pull it back. He tried to pull it back to Bishop, didn't he? And I think it was behind Bishop, and it looked like Bishop sort of half left it for someone else coming in. And
I assumed that Bishop thought someone was running in behind him.
Yeah, I don't know.
There wasn't anyone. You can only assume that might have been a bit of the old shithousery from the Morcombe defender, might it? Going,
maybe,
Bish.
Yeah.
I got it, Bish.
Yeah.
So
we had Scarlett on the left. We had Douglas Hume.
One for 80s politics there.
playing left back.
Spitting image fans will remember him.
Yeah. So no Ogilvy.
Do you reckon he played Hume in out of respect for the passing of what's his name? What's the lady chef's dad called? Who's called exactly the same as her, but he used to be a politician back in the 80s, same sort of era as Hume. Oh my God. Here we go. This is the benefit of not being live. We can cut this out. Do you reckon they played Hume out of as a mark of respect for Nigel Lawson, who obviously passed recently?
Who? Yeah, could have done. I would have cut it out altogether. Yeah. And he got. I mean, again, I saw sort of the first 20 minutes. And then the last 10 minutes of the game, we went out, and I thought he didn't do too bad. But then when I read comments, they're all slagging him off again and saying how bad he was. So I can't really comment on the whole game. But I thought he did okay. But I don't know. Did you watch the whole game?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Nah. In and out.
Well,
in and out. Yeah. Why? Why would you? I had a feeling it was going to be a bit of a flat one, and I kind of dipped in and out, and every time I dipped in, it was pretty dire. So
that's just been the problem, hasn't it? It's just the same every week.
It's difficult to get excited about, isn't it?
And it's what we said last week. It's just the same. What formation is it going to be? Oh yeah, the Dale and someone on the wings. Bishop up top, the three in midfield, and your four defenders. And I know if it works, but just change it up. Just do something. I don't know. Stick it up there.
You need a bit more tactical awareness, don't you, about changing it.
Even Hackett. I mean, he gets so much abuse, and I just think, well, he might not have brilliant 90 minutes every time he plays, but at least he tries to create something. At least he gets a shot in or something, you know what I mean?
That's the thing. He looks to want to be in and around it, doesn't he? Our best chances fell to Lowry, really, didn't they? And Lowry, I've never really seen him in that sort of advanced, that far advanced. He's normally kind of more the creator, but proved he doesn't really have a shot on him, doesn't he? to the point where each time I saw it, I thought, it's Dale, and actually it wasn't Dale, it was Lowry. Obviously, I don't even look similar, but. It was a Dale-esque sort of effort, apart from the fact that he got himself into the position in the first place, which Dale probably wouldn't do because he's probably he'll be back taking on the left back for the third time.
Yeah. No, he has had his hair cut, which I think is a massive bonus. Dale, have you seen his hair?
No.
He's got rid. No, he has got rid of the Ryland, the floppy notes. Yeah,
has
he's got. I don't know why I said Ryland. He's now just got Roland Curtis flat.
Ah, nice. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So
anybody else updated their style? I see that Bishop was wearing a hoodie.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay. And what was the other one? There was another player in, wasn't there? Was it? Oh, it might have just been Pack that was back.
Well, there's a lot of grief over Robertson keeping his place, wasn't there, in the centre of defence? I don't think he's your club captain. I don't think that's a massive surprise. I personally didn't think he did too bad when he came on against Port Vale. I thought he shored up the defence. Obviously, we got back into it. Couldn't really comment too much about MK, but he didn't seem to be. Obviously, Deshaun's style in that one. He came on as a sub after. In fact, let's go back to that. He came on as a sub after Morel went off. Let's talk about that for a moment. So I know you're down to 10 men, and it's a long way to go in the game, but you had Tunnicliffe on the bench.
Yeah.
What was that all about? Why did he bring Roberts on?
Yeah, I don't know.
So he went 5-3-1, I assume.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just he was just trying to keep hold of that 1-0 lead, wasn't he?
It's a long time, though, isn't it?
It is a long time.
60 minutes. Maybe I don't know. How do you feel? Have you ever watched his interviews? Do you watch him speak?
Does
he motivate you? Do you reckon he's a...
Well, I watch him and I just think he just seems very nervous. Mm-hmm. He doesn't seem... I don't know. I think
he seems pleased to be there, doesn't he? I think
that's the thing. It's difficult, and I think, do we need some angry Scotsman or something? Do we need someone like that? Because we've had Jacket, we've had Cowley, we've now got Messinho. Do we need someone? And they're all nice guys, aren't they? I mean, they're all guys that you wouldn't expect to go in and scream and shout at them.
Yeah.
Is that maybe part of? Is that? Do you think that may be something that we need? We need some angry. Someone Chris Wilder-esque, or
someone, someone. What's his face? Warnock-esque.
Yeah, someone like that.
Might have been somebody who should go in there, kick some.
What the fuck are you doing for 45? Yeah. What have you been doing for the first 45 minutes? That's shit. You're coming off. We're changing this around. Yeah. But no, we've got.
It's lifeless.
Don't worry about this.
Well, they're similar sort of personalities, aren't they? If you think Jackie was pretty dull, wasn't he? I can't imagine him getting too animated. I can imagine Cowley being animated, but in a way that it'd be so long and drawn out, you'd forget the original point that he's talking about.
Yeah.
And he'd just go off and he'll go, their fullback, lovely guy he is. I remember him when we played him at Lincoln. And he ran the game. Anyway, boss, we've got to go back out. It's 15 minutes are up. So I think he'd probably just lose them on over elaborate. And
I don't think Cowley would have been. I don't think he would have been angry. I think he would have been.
Oh well, yeah, okay. You don't reckon they're good cop, bad cop?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. And I mean, we saw him get slightly peeved, didn't we, in interviews? But was that the extent of it? I don't know.
Maybe. And then Messinho.
Yeah.
Just doesn't seem to. Doesn't even look angry on the side of the pitch, does he? Never looks that annoyed. No. Doesn't change much. I'd have been kicking up something at 0-0 on 70 minutes. You'd be fuming, wouldn't you? I know they created more in the second half, but still not a lot more, was it?
Yeah, and I did see part of his interview after the Morcombe game, and then again I started reading the comments, and it was people saying, how was he saying that we've played well and all this lot? And why he should come out after a game like that and just say, that was poor. Why aren't we winning those sort of games? We're not going to get to the playoffs if we don't win those games. But it's not. It's just that. Well, we tried. The effort was there, and
yeah. And who are you going to offend? And ultimately, this is what I think about football managers is, yes, you don't want to go all Jose Mourinho and start ripping into your squad and stuff like that and undermining players' ability, and like Mourinho did with Man United and Spurs. But and ultimately, it's not going to get anywhere near the sort of coverage, is it? At Portsmouth, it's going to get a lot of local press. But if you were, let's say you were, bearing in mind, the majority of that squad won't be there next season. So if you did start calling out some people, just going, look, they weren't good enough. That wasn't good. Not necessarily in the press, but you could kind of just say as a collective, the defending today wasn't good enough. The way we went forward wasn't good enough. We should be able to break down a 23rd placed team over 90 minutes in front of our own crowd.
Yeah,
we were booed off for a reason. You know, there's every reason to be, rather than to go, yeah, well, you know, they're very resilient. Of course they are. They're fighting for their life in this division. Yeah. What did you expect them to be?
Yeah.
Aren't they? Do you want to know the plus? Do you want to know the glimmer of hope that there is still there?
Is it going to be, if it's playoff related? I don't want to hear it.
So it's 5 points. It's still only, after 2 horrendous games, it's still only 5 points away with 15 to play for. Although Bolton in 6th do have 18 to play for. This is the thing I think with Portsmouth season is you look who they've got left and they have Shrewsbury, Oxford, Accrington, Derby, Wycombe. Now,
Morcombe at home, Milton Keynes away.
Yeah, but this is the thing. If you put it as even 1,000 Portsmouth fans to predict those games, I reckon you'd probably get very few. You'd get somebody with blue tinted and go, okay, yeah, we can win at Shrewsbury. Yeah, we could probably win away at Oxford. Okay, you probably could, and maybe you should. You should be winning at home to Accrington. Remember them this time, was it last year or the year before, when we had to win to get in the playoffs? Lost 1-0. Yeah. Derby, who knows? Who knows what Derby's going to turn up? And then Wycombe are kind of a little bit up and down at the moment, aren't they? So you could say we could easily get 15 points there, but you could also say we might get 3 or 4 points.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you just don't know, do you?
Yeah, and
I think that sums us up.
But the thing is, 3 or 4 obviously is not going to be enough, obviously. But even if we get 6, 9 points, it's likely to not be enough because you know who else is going to drop points? I mean, they will drop points, but other teams are going to have to lose 3 or 4 of their last few games for us to.
Yeah, I think the only way we do get in the playoffs, and this is the only way, I think if we win every single one of our remaining games, and one of the 3 teams above us, Derby, Wycombe, and Bolton, lose at least 2 each. That's the only way it's going to happen. It's kind of or drop 6 points somewhere. Yeah. So whether they draw most of their games, but who knows? Yeah, it's not going to happen, is it? It's not going to happen. It's another year in League One. We're likely to have the likes of Wigan and Reading joining us down there next year. So it's not going to be easy again next year, either, is it?
No.
Consistently around the 9th, 10th, 8th sort of place the last 3 seasons is pretty dire, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Can we end it on positive? Macy and Bishop, I'd say. There are 2 positives for me this season.
Macy.
Macy and Bishop, and hopefully we'll sign Macy. I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I think Macy, there's every reason why Macy should sign, as long as the price is right. Luton are looking like they could potentially go into the Premier League, but they're certainly a top end of a Championship side now, and he's not that level. So signing for a club like Pompey, it's from what I've heard from other fans, it's probably his best form of his career so far in the 6 months he's been with us, or 4 months, whatever it is. Why not?
Yeah.
No doubt, as soon as we sign him on a perm, he'll be terrible.
Yeah. I was just probably. He'll that form that everyone was saying that he would hit will
begin.
Yeah, begin. I was just having a look at the table, and I didn't realise that we haven't actually lost in 5. I didn't realise that. It's actually 1 drawn, 1 drawn. But yeah, it's just that it's. But
you look at the teams we played.
We've dropped. Look at the teams we've dropped points to, which is Port Vale at home, Morcombe at home.
Yeah.
Milton Keynes. Yeah.
And this is the thing: had we not dropped those points, which we shouldn't have done, Port Vale and Morcombe should be 6 points, shouldn't it? Yeah. That would then put us 4 points further up. We're then on 66, and then we're really talking about getting in the playoffs, aren't we?
Yeah. Or put us on 67.
67. It would put 67. You're right. Yeah. You're right. Just realised I'm looking at an old table. Don't know why. Don't know why I'm looking at an old table. Yeah, 67. So we would be 1 point off still.
Let's just come on. We knew before the weekend, didn't we?
We did. The good thing is we're not going to finish any lower than 9th because Charlton aren't going to catch us 8 points behind, are they? Right.
Oh, yeah.
Should we? Well, what do you think? Go on. Let's have a little score prediction for the weekend. Shrewsbury away. What do you reckon?
3-3.
3-3.
Yeah. Why not? We've been quite good at predicting the results recently.
Okay.
Well, we said I said that we would beat Forest Green 1-0 at home. We did.
You did, yeah.
There was another one that. Well, I think there was about 2 that we got right. And there was another one that you said. I can't remember what the score would be. And
3-3. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't share your optimism for the goals or the point, to be honest with you. I think we'll narrowly lose. I'm going to go 2-1 Shrews. The Shrews. Yeah. Okay. There you go. There you have it, Pompey fans. Your season is practically over. There will be some people out there still clinging on to hope there is only 5 points. And the fact that we haven't dropped points, we are still only 5 points away, which we were 5 points away at the beginning of the weekend. So
yeah.
No, we won't. We're 3 points away. Tell a lie. We have gone 2 points further back. Right. Okay. So quiz.
Let's quiz. What do you got?
You're well in the lead. I've got some great. I think you could quite easily. I think you should get at least 4 of these.
Don't even say it.
4.
Don't even say it.
I'm saying it. I'm going to say it. 4. You're giving me at least 4. I've got unusual signings.
Oh.
Unexpected signings, should we say?
Oh yeah, I like that sort of thing.
All right.
Is it who? It's me to you or you to me?
I'll kick off.
Okay.
Any theme on yours?
My theme is the same as it was last week, which is goals scored by Pompey players. You've got to tell me which player scored more.
Okay.
And it's very exciting. It's
okay. Right, so let's kick off with question number 1. Roberto Mancini made his Premier League debut at the age of 36 for which club?
Premier League?
His Premier League debut at the age of 36 for which club?
Mancini?
Roberto Mancini, current Italian manager.
It keeps going, it keeps popping in and then going again. Mancini played for... can you tell me the year?
I don't have it down.
Come on. I can even see him in the kit. I'm sure I can.
I think it's late 90s, I'd say, but I'm going to look it up. It was... I nearly said it then.
I'm being clouded by Chelsea because...
It was 2001.
Oh, 2001. And I don't think it is Chelsea, but I'm just thinking of all the Italians at Chelsea, and it's clouding my judgment. I'm going to say Chelsea, even though I'm relatively confident that's wrong.
Oh, you could see him in the Chelsea kit because their kit would be a similar sort of shade. It is Leicester City.
Oh, of course it was. Yes.
Leicester City.
Yeah, that was a wank answer. That was a wank.
Okay. Question number 1 from you.
Right, okay. So I'm going to give you 2 Pompey players. You've got to tell me who scored more for Pompey.
Terrible at these, aren't I? Okay. Terrible. Yeah.
No, there's no trick. They're
only
all
treats. Only treats, yeah.
Only treats. Right, first one. Wonderful left footer Patrick Berger. And one of the best players to ever play for Pompey, Robert Prozinecki. Who scored more for Pompey?
They're going to be similar, aren't they? They're going to be similar. There's going to be 1 or 2 in it. I'm going to go... Prozinecki 1 season. Was Berger 2 seasons with us? Scored some wonderful goals. Well, both of them did, really, didn't they? Well, more assists for Prozinecki, I suppose. But I'm going to go Patrick Berger.
Patrick Berger scored 8.
Oh, really?
In his Pompey career. Prozinecki in that 1 season scored 9.
I remember fondly his hat trick at Barnsley.
Yes, the incorrect answers continue from last week.
Well, yes. Okay, so here we go. Next one. Which former Real Madrid and Spain captain signed for Bolton Wanderers in 2004?
Right, big geezer. I can see. Oh, Hierro.
Sorry?
Is that right?
I thought
Hierro?
you're clearing your throat. Fernando Hierro is correct.
Get in. I can see.
I thought you might be fooled by an Ivan Campo, which is why I added in the Spain captain, because I don't think he's captain Spain, did he?
No.
Campo.
No.
Okay, 1-0
So,
to you.
which player scored more out of these two players?
Mm-hmm.
Sammy Igo or Herman Hreiderson?
Oh, similar players. Again, diminutive midfielders.
Yeah.
Sammy Igo, Herman Hreiderson. Oh, I can't remember Igo scoring that many. I'm going to go Herman.
Herman Hreiderson scored 8. Sammy Igo scored 10/11, as it said on my website. So that is incorrect.
Jesus. Okay. All right.
Come on then. 1-0.
1-0. You're going to get this one. Which top French side signed Scouse tosspot Joey Barton on loan in 2012? Which top French side signed Scouse tosspot / hello, Anthony. I can't even do a fake Joey Barton Scouse French accent. Oh, when he passes the ball to me.
What was
that makes it even worse. He was only there on loan. He wasn't even there long enough to be, to pick up a fake French accent. What was he playing at?
Yeah. Oh, this is embarrassing. Trying to think. Trying to go through the alphabet. See if there's one I think. Oh. Now I did have an answer, but I've just changed it. So I'm going to say Marseille.
What was your first answer?
Lyon.
Oh, it's Marseille. You're right to go.
It's only because I did the alphabet and I got to M and I thought, not
Marseille. Marseille is correct.
Yeah.
2-0.
Right, here we go.
Need this one.
Right. Number 3 is Pompey legend Linfoy Primus against Pompey bellend Josh Koroma. Who scored more goals for Pompey?
Well, Linfoy only scored about 3, didn't he?
Most of them
were on Boxing Day, weren't they?
Yeah.
Koroma couldn't have got more than 3, could he? I remember. Did he get 4? Did he get 4 this season? I remember his goal against. Who was his goal against in early doors?
Curly top right.
Was it Plymouth?
This is Koroma.
Yeah. Not Linfoy. I can't remember Linfoy. Linfoys were all pretty similar, weren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, who fit in? Oosh. I'm going to go. Yep. I'm going to say Koroma.
Okay, I can tell you that Josh Koroma.
He didn't score more than 4.
Scored 5.
Oh, okay.
In his Pompey career. That included 3 or something in some other cup.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah. I remember that.
But Linfoy Primus scored 6.
Oh, shut up, did he? Again. Shut up, did he? I thought he scored 3.
That's what it says. 6.
Maybe it's 3 Premier League. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Looks like you're wearing a mask.
There you go. Linfoy 6. There you go.
Linfoy 6. Yeah. Okay. So right. This one to win then. This one to win. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to go for the slightly harder one first, just to try and keep it interesting.
Yeah.
Which then the current Argentina international signed for Scottish Premier side Dundee in 2000? Which then current Argentina international signed for Scottish Premier League side Dundee?
Yeah.
In 2000. Very well known. And it's not just a random, it's a very well known Argentinian international.
Yeah. It was Claudio Caniggia.
It was Claudio Caniggia. It was.
Was it?
Yeah. I was going to add in also
Also got battered.
Cameroonian,
got battered by the Cameroon players.
Cameroonian kick bag. It was. You have won this week, Daniel.
Yay.
Congratulations. But for the benefit of the listeners, we will
we'll continue the quiz.
We'll finish the quiz. Yeah, go on.
Right, come on in. Right.
3-0.
Who scored the most out of these two? Kevin Prince Boateng or Glenn Johnson? Everyone does your nutting, doesn't it? Everyone.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I'm thinking now longevity. Johnson was there longer. No, it's got to be Prince Boateng, isn't it? Got to be. Yeah. No, don't do a nil.
I can tell you that you've got 3 wrong so far. Glenn Johnson scored 4.
Oh, it's definitely Prince Boateng then.
Kevin Prince Boateng scored 5.
Is that all?
You're correct.
Wow.
Yeah, that's all. Would have been 6, wouldn't it, if he'd scored a penalty in the FA Cup final? It's Chelsea.
Yeah. Was that Prince Boateng?
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah, I doubted for a second, but it was. Yeah. Okay, final one for you then. Which Brazilian international and Champions League winner was quoted as saying, "I dream of winning the Premier League title" when he signed for which club in 2012?
2012.
Which Brazilian international and Champions League winner said, "I dream of winning"? Oh, sorry, I changed the question. The question is which player? Which Brazilian international and Champions League winner said, "I dream of winning the Premier League" when he signed for QPR in 2012? Sorry, that's the question.
Is it someone like Santos or someone?
Club. The club Santos.
No, something like that. Santos. Is that right?
It's Julio Cesar.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. It's not like Santos. It's not
Who
hard.
was the one? Who was the one? Oh no, I can't think.
Julio Cesar.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. I know it now you say it, but I wouldn't have remembered.
He was also quoted as saying, "I'd never heard of Queen's Park Rangers, so I googled them to see which other Brazilian players played there."
I did see a lovely chap called Gareth Ainsworth, though, and he had light hair.
And beautiful hair. 3 is a winning score for you.
Right, 3.
Can I make it respectful?
3-1. So you can get it. You can get 3-2. You can make it 3-2.
Consolation.
Right. Consolation. Here we go. Nice, easy one. Who scored more for Pompey? I'll keep saying the title of the quiz. David Unsworth or Isle Berkovic? They do you nutty, don't they? Just do you nothing.
Unsworth took penalties, didn't he? But I can't think he scored that many. He has only one season, wasn't he? But I'll go with Unsworth.
Unsworth scored 2.
No, he didn't.
We're hoping that Isle Berkovic scored less than 2.
Oh no, he scored.
He scored 3. So the answer is Isle Berkovic. That's incorrect, and I'm going to continue this theme next week.
I know my stuff.
They are hard though, aren't they? When there's 1 or 2. If it was sort of between 10 or something, then it wouldn't be so bad. It does make you.
It drives you mad.
Yeah, and when you look at the goals some people scored,
you're second guessing it, aren't you? Second guessing it, and you think of their famous ones, don't you? But then oh well,
people like Berge, you think. 2 or 3. Was it 2 seasons? 3 seasons? 2 seasons?
I think it was 2, wasn't it? And he scored some absolute worldies, didn't he?
Worldies. You just think, I don't know, 15 goals or something, but only 8 goals.
Wowzers. Well, if you have great Portsmouth knowledge like that, why not come along and get involved and watch us next week? We're no longer live, but we will be releasing podcasts until the end of the season on a Wednesday. Come and watch your weekly Eat My Goal and get all the great football knowledge about the Portsmouth FC that we both have. You can email us at eatmygoal22@gmail.com, and you can get involved on the Twitter, eatmygoal22. I think that's about it, isn't it, really?
Sometimes we even watch the games, don't we?
Occasionally. It's more fun when you don't know, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's guesswork.
Yeah.
That's what people like, is the guesswork.
Well, you don't need to guess what's going to happen, do you? Really?
No, exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Just before we do go, what's your thoughts on? I know I quoted Roy Keane's "a big baby," but on that big baby incident, what were your thoughts on that?
I was just about to bring that up, actually. Well, you know that I have an immense hatred for Liverpool. Anyway, but I just think, well, some of the things I read about the linesman should be fucking shot, and he should be banned for as many games as Mitrovic and all this lot. And I just think, well, you've got some angry man screaming at you, and you know the officials just put up with constant abuse from every angle. You know, they from every player on the pitch, from every manager, from every staff member, every substitute, all the people in the crowd are just constantly abusing him. And I just think, well, he's done that, hasn't he? Just to say, get it off.
Well, that's what I think. That's what I think.
Yeah,
I think he can't surely be that stupid to actually have gone, get out of it, and actually launched a. Surely you've seen. Well, I've seen 3 angles of it, and surely with the technology they've got, they must be able to zoom in enough and get it enough quality on the picture to see. Because I would suspect that Robertson must grab his arm and he's kind of shaking him off. Surely, he's not flinging in his face, is he?
No, exactly. He hasn't gone up to him and gone, get out of it. He's like gone, get off.
He can't be thinking as he's walking across, oh, here comes that annoying Scottish twat.
Yeah.
If he starts, I'm going to lay an elbow in his face.
Yeah.
There can't be.
Yeah.
And if it is, how has he got to this stage where he's refereeing Premier League games? Because surely he'd have had, because on the way up, he'd have had situations that are probably much worse than that, surely.
Yeah. I should be all right to get away with it because there's no cameras about, is there? There's no one looking. So
no.
Yeah.
No.
And why isn't Robertson? Robertson hasn't said anything. He hasn't been interviewed or anything, which I find surprising.
Well, he's probably been shut up by the club, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's probably they've probably got him in behind the scenes and said, "What actually happened out there?" And he went, "Well, actually, I grabbed his arm and he kind of shook me off and he kind of caught me on the chin. So, well, maybe we should play this one down a bit then, should we?" You even see some pundits going, "Oh well, that's shocking. and fair enough, I've never seen anything like it, but surely it just takes somebody to go, I think he's just trying to get rid of him."
I know,
rather than people going, why is he launched an elbow at him? He hasn't. He clearly hasn't. Not clearly, but he just, why would he? Just wouldn't make sense. It's not a heat in the moment. It's not the middle of the first half where Xhaka for some reason decides to go and try and take out.
That was always gonna. As soon as that happened, and Arsenal 2-0 up, I just thought that's the last thing you need, because Arsenal as a team have never been, especially since the Wenger days. As soon as that side of the game comes into it, that's when they start falling apart. It's always been the same. And as soon as he did that, and I just thought, you're 2-0 up at Anfield, and you've taken a little bit of an off the ball, and then you've now
lost your head.
Deliberately lost. You've lost your head and deliberately tried to kick someone. And I just thought that's a worry now, because especially at Anfield of all places, where the crowd are going to get on your backs. I just thought, I wonder how much that's going to affect the game. And then Salah scored within minutes, didn't he?
Yep.
But yeah, I just think maybe it's to do with that, because they had the where was that referee? Did you see that referee who kneed the player? I think it was a South American.
Oh no!
Recently. Yeah, this week. Where he was surrounded by players and he just kneed one of the players in the ball sort of area. And,
there was also that French referee a couple of years ago where he tripped up one of the players. He didn't trip him up, did he? He took a big swipe for him and actually took him out.
But I agree with you. I do think it was more the way people are going on about, like you say, it was an elbow. It was more of a and probably just so much frustrating. Just get off.
Yeah.
screaming in my ear, mate.
I would have thought if it was an elbow, surely they would have replaced him at half time, wouldn't they?
Well, yeah, you would have thought so. Yeah,
You'd think, because if he's lost his head,
yeah,
you'd think he's just going to get dog's abuse, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know. We shall see. I guess they're going to take him out of the limelight for a while, aren't they? For sure, because
I think he's been sort of
stepped back, hasn't he? He's been stepped back, is what they've called it. But yeah, effectively relieved, hasn't he? Oh well. We shall see. We shall see what happens there. We'll also see what happens at Shrewsbury at the weekend. You think 3-3? I think 2-1 Shrewsbury. Let's see. 3-3. Yeah. When was the last time we had 6 goals in a Pompey game?
Well, we drew 3-3 with Sheffield Wednesday on the first game of the season.
Oh, we did. Yes, good one. That was probably the last time we had 6 goals, wasn't it? Yes. Yeah. We haven't had any since. We haven't had 6 since. We haven't had any 4-2s. Had a 4-0, 4-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. It's going to be a repeat of Wednesday. Not Wednesday, Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right. Back in the days when we thought it could be a nice sunny season for us.
Yeah.
But that game kind of typifies Pompey season in a way, didn't it? We started really slowly, as we have done pretty much every game this season, then had a great patch and then faded. So, All right. Dan, it's been a pleasure as always. We'll see you next week, everybody. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little like button on Spotify. Give us a 5-star review. Go on. I know it's not worth it, but still give us a 5-star review anyway. Bye.
Bye.